You're listening to the Friends After 40 podcast, where every episode feels like a conversation on your couch with close friends. So grab your coffee or your cocktail and come hang out with us.
Welcome back to Friends After 40 podcast. What's going on, y'all?
It's hot.
It's hot.
In the middle of a heat wave.
Yes, indeed. And we're here talking about the topic of discussion tonight is difficulty in making friends after 40 at this age.
At this age, right?
And why is it so difficult?
Because I don't want any new friends, James.
Why don't you want new friends?
I'm good with what I have. I mean, that's easy to say when you have friends, right?
Yes.
But I think we have a great group of friends. We have different groups. Sometimes they come together, sometimes they don't. But I think we have a nice, healthy group of friends.
So what's a healthy number of friends?
I don't know about a healthy number. Because honestly, for me, I could be good with two. One, I just, as long as they're...
I mean, I feel the same way. So
I'm good in it because I just want like genuine, real people. That's all that matters to me. But I don't necessarily need volumes of people.
Yep.
Do you get the sense that it's really tough to find some genuine people at our age?
Well, not that I'm looking again, but but I would think yes. And you know what? Sometimes I am around circles of people and I would say more acquaintances, right?
How do you define acquaintances? And how does an acquaintance go from acquaintance to friend?
So, I use the bullseye.
Your bullseye.
Mm-hmm. Right? So for me, like if you think of the rings, my closest friends are in that inner circle or inner circles.
Circle of trust.
Right? So, the smallest, maybe a little bit here, a little bit there. Once you start to get around after that like third ring or so, we're cool, but I'm not necessarily, they could be a coworker, an acquaintance, a peer, that kind of a thing. But I've had people go from coworker to close friend. I think it's that, whatever that thing that attracts you to people, you continue that outside of work. I think that's fine. I just think personally, I'm good with my friend group. And I'm not taking any applications.
So you don't have any difficulty making friends after 40. You just choose not to have.
Yeah, because I'm not trying.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. If you meet somebody, and you're like, oh my God, this person is cool to hang around with. We have the same interests. So it's just a matter of you have fun in the space when you meet them. So that friendship can kind of happen organically, and then it's a matter of, do I want to continue to build on this?
And I've had that, and then like I sober up, and I'm just like,
because everybody's your friend when you have a couple of drinks.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
I've been there multiple times.
And it's not that I don't want to be there for. I'm just like, I got to be thoughtful. You can only have.
So let me tell you, I'm also in that space of no new friends, right? But then you'll meet someone, and recently I did meet someone, and after hanging out, I was like, oh man, it was cool. Oh man. And then that person was doing all of the legwork. They reach out, they text, they call, what's up? Just checking in. How you doing? And in that, it's like, oh wow, this is somebody that I can see myself hanging out with.
But you didn't think that was too much?
No, because it was just enough.
So what's just enough?
Well,
he wasn't overbearing about it and annoying.
Right. And it wasn't, let's stay on the phone for 30 minutes.
Right.
It was, hey, what's up? Just calling to check in. How's everybody? It's good. All right. Yeah. Can't wait to see you again.
Yes.
Talk to you later.
Yes.
Which was perfect because, but also in that, I saw and realized that this person is willing to put some work into having a friendship. So you'll meet these people and you'll have those situations where it's like, yeah, this person's cool to hang out with. We should hang out again. And then you never hear from them again.
Yes, agreed.
But
you probably won't hear from me because I don't call or text. So.
Well,
but you're my friend.
But listen,
so in your case, somebody else is going to have to put in the work.
But all of us here have recently taken on two couples.
Yes.
Right? Like they are, if you go back to the, right, they are coming. I'm not saying, but I think that they're kind of moving in
They're,
terms
they're
of
moving in. I mean,
Yeah.
compared to the other couples that we've known,
Yeah.
they're one circle up.
But
Right?
Yeah.
And that goes to my point, right? So they're putting in the work
Yes.
that it takes
Yeah.
to build
Yeah.
a strong friendship. And when they put in the work, it makes you want to reciprocate.
Right.
It
Yes.
makes you want to say, you know what? Let me reach out to them because
Yeah.
they're always reaching out to me.
Yeah. I think there's another factor with them too, like in terms of convenience, like location wise. Because I think amongst all of us, we kind of have friends a little bit, not all over the place, but some are local and some aren't. And so these newer friends, they're very local. And I think that helps a lot because hanging out is easy. Right? We're all kind of in the same age group and it's like, all right, it's getting a little late, let's go. And
Right.
I'm, 2 minutes and I'm home, right? 5 minutes, you guys are home. It kind of helps, right? We can go out to eat dinner and we're local. We stay in town. I don't have to go into Manhattan. I don't have to go to Brooklyn. Like right? You don't have to go these long distances to maintain it.
Well, proximity plays a huge role in friendships because we were just having a conversation before the camera started rolling about meeting a couple thinking they were really cool to hang out with, but they live
In another state.
in another
over
state.
1,000 miles away.
But when they do come and visit New Jersey or we go visit where they are,
Right.
you know that you have that connection, right? If you want to just say like, hey, I'm in town, let's grab
Yes,
dinner,
and I
let's
love
grab
that.
a drink, and there's no pressure, because after that it's just like, okay, great seeing you till like next year, next 2 years, whatever it is,
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
That's the kind of stuff.
Well,
I
you know
like.
that they didn't feel the same way if they're like, nah, we busy.
When are you coming?
Did they say that?
They could know. I didn't even ask.
No,
them.
you
Yeah.
didn't say
I was like,
that.
what?
I just flew 1,000 miles. Nah, we busy.
Yeah, you
I
can't
can't-
really
I mean-
pop in.
I'm washing my hair.
And you take a long time, Ramon. It takes at least 2 hours for you to wash and set your hair.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a whole
Yeah. I'm
process.
under the dryer. I can't have dinner with you. I'm under the dryer.
No, we're fun. We're fun.
We promise you,
fun.
we're actually hilarious to be around and fun to hang out with. So long as you're not annoying, you don't smell, you've brushed your teeth,
I think
Please.
smell is a deal breaker.
you dressed appropriately.
I've never had that issue with a friend. Even as a kid, I never
You
had
have to
that
be on
issue.
time.
And if they, what if you did meet somebody in a setting where the potential of friendship could happen and they smell bad?
Oh no,
Then it's not happening.
then it's not happening.
It's
and wait,
a deal
was it
breaker.
like okay? So wait, let's set the scenario. Is it like you were playing like softball or basketball?
Like, is
or
there
it was
a reason
hot
for the
day,
odor?
Or
No, you showed up for drinks together on a planned evening.
well, maybe that person had something to do.
That's not a friendship I need.
Right, because you didn't take the time to put in the effort to just go and take a shower.
And at some point, you gotta address the odor, right? Like, so you hang out one time, you hang out again,
Like, oh, you smell that?
It's like, oh, this person stinks all the time.
right? Then what? Now you're in it. Now what? No, I can't do that. Right?
Then you go, let's go meet at the gym. So that way. they
And
just
especially
stay-
if they're not offering like, oh, hey, sorry, I'm a little sweaty. I just came from whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a lot. I don't want to deal with that.
No. I mean, there shouldn't be an excuse for you not to smell good.
I agree.
So step one, don't smell.
Well, what
Okay.
if they're slightly tardy?
I mean, there's reasons for everybody to be a little tardy, right? As long as just
Are
communicate.
we talking about late or stinky?
Late.
I think we moved on to phase 5, tardiness.
I think
What was
maybe
that step 2?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably pulled a James.
Yeah.
Just stopped
You
listening.
stop listening.
You just gave up.
Just gave up.
You pulled on that selective set of skills.
Yes.
See, you have it too.
Tried to pull on my
We channeled it.
set of skills. I mean, I can't rescue anybody from kidnappers, but I can forget what you're talking about.
Rescued a dog from the lake one time,
Oh, and a chipmunk from the pool.
and a chipmunk from the pool. If it has to do with water and animals, I'm all
There
in.
you go.
Until they bite your
Because they
ass.
don't talk back. They
Until I
don't
get
talk.
rabies.
But not people.
They don't talk.
Until
Yeah.
he needs a tetanus shot. Then no one's gonna want to be your friend with rabies. He's like, he was cool, but he had
He started
rabies.
foaming at the mouth. I don't know.
God. You ever run into folks that attempt to make friends with people who have some level of stature, just because they have that whatever stature means to them?
Mm-hmm.
It could be somebody's well off. It could be somebody's a well-known entrepreneur. Somebody is I don't know, has a podcast. I don't know.
But that's throughout.
Well, it hasn't happened to me. So.
But that's throughout all of life. I mean,
Yeah, I've seen that.
In school, you want to hang out with the popular person,
With
right?
the
My baby
cheerleader or
said
the
it's
football
different.
guy?
Popular kids are popular for the wrong reasons
Mm-hmm.
today. She said, "Mommy, those kids do drugs and have sex." That's what she told me.
Oof.
Anyway,
But wait, no.
I
'Cause
mean, maybe
it's kind of true because we have a couple that's in our friend group
yes.
that they have to patrol the bus when they
Yes.
go on trips.
Oh wow, yes,
yeah,
that's right.
So yeah, I mean, I guess that's what's happening. This
I could see them having
Yeah.
difficulty making friends after 40
I don't know.
I mean-
because they know the parents of
oh
the bus kids,
the bus kids, yeah.
the kids in the back of the bus.
I know what
Terrible.
your kids do.
But no, because they're in a different district, so yeah, they don't have to worry about those people.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
I mean, I don't think I know, like, on a personal level, anyone like that. I think most of our friends are not like that, but I've certainly witnessed people, trying to make conversation or trying to hang out with someone or certain
Yeah.
people for, I don't know, maybe it is adult popularity.
Or maybe they just want friends.
Yeah, but certain kind of friends.
Certain kind
right?
of friends, yeah. They're like, oh,
We do
that's
too.
the couple with the big house over there. I'm gonna be their friend.
I mean,
Right.
I don't think that finances is an actual measure of the people that we want to hang out with, but I don't think that we want to hang out with someone who can't buy a round of drinks.
Right, but you also want to hang out with somebody that you want to have a conversation with and can have a conversation with.
I agree with you on that because you guys know I have a friend that I met in school who's a little bit younger. And I know one of the things that her and I have talked about is financially, she's fine. But some of her friends are not in the same space and they are still in that place of like when the check comes, there's a little bit of stress that comes with that, right? And when she tells me this stuff, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad to be past. Not like just us past it, but like our people, past, like we can go out and, even if someone is, I don't know, having an issue, it doesn't show. Like it,
Right.
they put in their card or money, we split everything evenly. And I mean, that's one big plus, I think, of being a little bit older.
Right, because you're not worried
know.
about that. And you're
What
just
about
like,
those
"Oh,
friends
well."
that can't afford it but still decide
Not to?
to noodle the bill?
Like,
line
I
item
only
by
had
line
the
item.
chicken and a water.
Yeah.
The cheap friend, I can't
cheap
stand
friend.
that.
The cheap friend.
I can't
cheap
You can afford it,
stand
but they're the
that.
cheap friend.
I hate that.
I have cheap friends.
I know.
Yep.
I know.
Yep.
I hate that.
And they want to take all the leftovers.
Yeah, like what are you doing? Like they're really trying to maximize in this meal,
I want to get paid for what I
right? Like
bought,
no, I need
ordered,
separate-
but I
But I will
want
take your-
I will,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll take all
all
your
everybody's
money.
Itemize the
leftovers.
bill, but it's like, I'll take those sides.
you don't want that? I'll take
take
it.
Like I've just increased your bill by 40%, just so you know, because I have about 30% of my leftovers left over
Yeah. That you're gonna take home with you.
that you're gonna take home. So
But when ordering dinner, it's like, I'm just going to have water.
Yeah.
I got to get this bill down.
Not with us. You were not getting that bill down. But yeah,
how about the friend that overuses your superpower?
no, I know what you mean. People always come to me for advice,
Yes.
and now that I'm a therapist, they're like, "So,
Oh.
I had a coworker do that the other day, yesterday.
really?
You get
Yes.
you have to be like,
See,
so I'm gonna
no.
send you a bill.
Yeah.
He came,
My
but he
rate
knew it.
is
He was being very honest, and I was like, "It's fine." But he came over, he vented, he said, "Sorry, I needed to talk." He needed to talk.
I'd be like 7:45 p.m. is open.
Yeah.
Book it.
No, but
Send you a link
Right?
to my Calendly.
But we're not even talking about friends. We're just talking about people who just overuse like
Right.
their superpower. But as a friend,
But was that a work friend?
As
Yes, he is a work friend. He is a work friend.
You would still listen.
I absolutely would listen.
Like, I mean, that's what friends do, right?
yeah, I would listen.
I mean, not
but
James.
Not James.
But
I feel like I'm being painted in the wrong light here.
It's pretty funny
That's
though.
your
Can we move that light over here so I can be repainted?
No, we need to put the spotlight
No,
on
my
him.
favorite is when someone asks you how you're doing and you go on and on what you do over the weekend and then you don't reciprocate that. That is my favorite.
It's like, hey James, how you doing? It was great. My weekend was wonderful.
I went away.
See
had
you
an
later.
amazing time.
You forget, you genuinely forget to say,
Nice chat.
and how are you? How was your weekend? That is hilarious to
chat.
me.
Yeah. Yeah.
He needs to wake up.
That is so funny.
But I mean, like those friends that have like they're great DIY people, or they have electrical skills, or
Okay,
nunchuck skills, or
And we have those friends.
sushi
They're
making
super handy
skills.
friends. I mean, I think so. With the couple that we're probably all thinking of, that's very good with, like with DIY stuff, they offer to help a lot. Right. So then I don't feel bad if I say, okay, yeah, you know what? Can you do blank? But I think if they weren't like that, I would feel,
Would you hang out with them?
I would hang out with them, but I'd be cautious about asking them for stuff.
You don't feel
You know what I'm
shrewd
saying?
about taking advantage of their superpower.
I'm not taking advantage because they're offering it. How's
No,
that
no.
taking
I'm saying if you could have the ability to just be shrewd and just be like,
I would ask.
She's like, that's not, I'm fine. I would totally ask.
You know why? Because they do good work. The stuff that they produce, I'm like,
It's like, yo, I need a new roof.
I'm not kidding. It makes you think sometimes. It's like, maybe I should take them up on that.
And
But
again,
are you afraid of what they're going to ask for in return?
Okay, so generally they don't. At least it's not the same because I can't do that. But no, I don't worry about that.
Okay.
and again, we're giving reasons why people should not be friends with us.
we are not setting ourselves
I
up
don't
for
think this is going
success.
to be a great episode.
No,
We're not
Don't-
setting ourselves
don't-
up for
don't-
success.
don't be friends with us.
Well,
Where's
what
my
about you
camera?
guys?
Don't be friends with us.
Would you do that? Do you feel bad about it?
You know what?
Have you done it?
I really don't ask.
I never.
Yeah, I don't either.
Here's the thing. Like I didn't grow up with the go ask
The neighbor
and
or your
lean on a
friend, like, no,
neighbor.
you have to
Because we
figure
all
it
grew
out.
up in the city,
Yeah,
right?
you have to
Like-
figure it out.
Yeah, you were
And
you were
first of
really
all,
like
that's-
kind of self-sufficient,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or you just felt like a mooch, and you didn't
Yes.
and you didn't want to.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
had
yeah.
that ego about you, like, no, I'm not going to go
I'll
and
figure
beg
it out.
for help.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
It's the same.
That didn't
thing.
happen in my house.
What?
Okay.
We would go next door to borrow a cup of sugar
Really? In the
We-
Bronx?
in the Bronx in our apartment building. We would go to like ask
So and so.
if they have any sugar. Ask them if they have any milk. I remember going next door to get milk.
Oh hell no! Our next door
And-
neighbor sold. No
and
way I was going over there to ask
It's
for
like
anything.
your mother was like, go next door and get me a nickel.
Oh my God. Why was I thinking about that? Because when she said my neighbor sold, I hope my mom doesn't listen to this.
Yo.
But I was like, my mom would have been like, hey, Lisa, go next door and get me a. And I would have been like, what's a nickel? It's okay, they know.
Yep.
It's okay. They know.
Back then,
No
now I'm gonna show my
way.
age because back then it was a brown envelope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, jeez. Yep.
It's a brown envelope. And this episode took a turn.
Ah,
Anyways,
here we go.
and I don't even remember what I was talking about.
That your mom would have you ask
Oh,
your
oh,
neighbor.
It's about like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know, growing up
So-
and leaning on people to
I-
For help and,
and that-
support.
favors and help and
Yeah,
support.
and my mom would.
So she knew the neighbor then.
Yeah, we knew the neighbor. We didn't go to a stranger and say, "You got some sugar?"
No, but no. What I mean is like they.
You would have got a
were-
whole different bowl of sugar.
They
Come here, young fella. Let me show you a little.
They
give
never
you a little
asked.
sugar.
How much sugar do you need?
I was like, "This ain't sugar. This is booger sugar.
This is
This is booger sugar."
bazooka
My
sugar.
mom is asking for some oregano. Wink, wink, nod, nod.
My mommy was like, "Do you have candy?" Nose candy.
And
Can you spare some?
That's crazy.
Anyway, I was never sent next door to get booger sugar.
Booger sugar.
Is that an actual thing or you just made that up?
It's an actual.
it's an actual thing.
That's a thing.
It's booger sugar.
I was 46 years old when.
Found out. What cocaine
I'm so
was?
mad at your age right now. So mad at that.
Well, you got it like 2 months on me. What do you got? 3 months on me?
4.
Gavin, did you know about booger sugar? Yep.
You
Even
did?
your son
Oh,
knows about
jeez.
booger sugar.
I never heard of booger sugar.
20 years old knows what booger sugar is. I've
You know what
never
Miller's
heard.
candy is?
I've never heard the
Boy,
term.
never
So there
had a
has to
hard
be
day.
another name. Give us the new name now.
No, don't tell me anything
we don't wanna
about
know
it.
the new
I don't
name.
want to know.
But you know
Find
what?
out on the next episode.
When you were talking about that, I
Friends
did
after 40.
remember that when you and I lived together.
We still live together.
No,
but
no,
go
no.
ahead.
Well, they used to
I
live
meant when we
together.
first. Sorry, I meant to say when our first apartment. It was a 4-unit building, I guess.
Oh, and they used to ask us for stuff
So it
all
was
the time.
two units on each floor, and the family across the hall, the mom, she would always, she was her thing. But I think she had a little crush on you. She'd
probably
always
did.
come over. Y'all got
Everybody has a
sugar?
crush on me.
Y'all got milk because they do. Y'all got milk, and I was like, this is not normal.
What do
for
you say?
stuff.
What do you say?
I mean, they-
You like
We gave it to her.
And here's the thing, because
But
I'm
then
gonna bring it back.
You
I'ma
started to
bring
be
it
like,
back.
you know what? She's always asking. Go over there and
I'm gonna bring it
ask her if
back.
She is so.
Apparently, she didn't make it into the inner circle.
Because she kept asking
She was
for
not.
milk.
Well, not. Well,
No, she had a crush on my husband.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, but that pushes you further out. I think that right. So
She did.
You build the equity in a relationship. We talk about making friends after 40, and you never like make a friend off of that first interaction. You make a friend because there's a certain level of equity that continues to build in that relationship to the point where you're like, this person has made it to the center of the circle. Now, some red flags are, before you make it to the center of the circle, continuously coming over to ask for
Food.
food, right? So she was that neighbor.
And she was a busybody, and I didn't like that. That was the main thing I didn't like. She reminded me of that character from In Living Color. It was in Living Color, and she would say,
It's like, go on, girl.
She
You're
would say,
doing such a good
don't y'all
job."
talk about Mrs. What? But her character stayed in the window of the building she lived in, watching what was
everybody.
going on in the street, and she reminded me of that. She knew her apartment faced the front of the building. She knew everything.
She had
Right,
prime real estate.
but I'm gonna tell you, there was one good thing about that is our car would be parked or whatever, and she would kind of like not keep an eye on it, but it was part of the things that she watched.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, I guess there's
Here's the milk.
one good
She's
thing.
like,
Thanks for
don't
about
y'all-
watching
it,
my
right?
car. Here's the milk.
Don't y'all talk
But
about Miss Richie.
but that's
But
why I
tell
couldn't
you,
because she gossiped.
if
too
you ever
much.
get
It was
too close
much.
to her feet, them feet smell like I don't know what.
Yeah.
That's her.
Ooh.
That was her in real life. You know what I mean? So but anyway, but she was, harmless, but that's why I didn't keep her as a friend. But I never even got close to her. I never hung out. I didn't go to her house to hang out. I didn't want to do any of that stuff. I wanted the separation. I know who my people are. Do you know what I'm saying? Like my gut tells me. And when it's telling me no, I'm like,
Oh wait, honey, what did you just say yesterday? I have to have this on record. What did you say yesterday? You need to listen to me because why?
she has a good gut.
Yes.
Yes,
What does she have a good gut about?
all of it.
What's all of it?
See,
Everything.
He
What's
was
everything?
talking, but he wasn't listening yesterday. He had that. His superpower was on.
I don't remember exactly what it was about,
Here we go. Let's see.
but
Zoom
I
in,
remember
Gavin.
I remember that something came up, and I channeled Lisa, and I was like, and I made the decision that Lisa
What would
would have
Lisa
made.
do?
Yeah,
Good for you. Did it work out well?
WWLD, and whatever it was, it worked out.
Good.
Whatever it was. What was it?
I don't remember.
Wow,
It was
so much
yesterday.
pressure.
It was yesterday.
Well, do you remember?
Well, he had to forget something in order to remember.
Do you remember?
Clearly, he let a lot of things go.
Clearly.
I can only hold but so much, and when
I
new
hear you,
things
bro.
come in, old things have to go.
Yep.
Oh, I'm surprised I'm still here.
You made the cut.
I made the
You
cut.
made the cut every day.
I'm in that bullseye.
Bullseye, baby.
Target.
Until we
Yeah.
get old,
Yeah, right.
And then what?
because new things have to come in. That's what we just said.
But what else? What else is difficult?
What's difficult for you?
What's difficult
do
for
you
you?
have anything?
Listening is difficult for Jay.
I
But-
mean, I'm curious,
no.
like for men, right? Like what? I don't know. I don't know if there are things that it might be gender specific, but like what's difficult?
They need to be a Sagittarius.
Oh Jesus.
They need to like Long walks in the park.
beach. Oh, in the park.
In the park.
Okay.
Yeah?
They need to like museums.
You don't like any of that shit, so stop it.
He loves museums, actually.
No, I
I
think,
do love museums.
I do too.
I mean, there
I
have
don't like long walks in
Me
the
neither.
park. That's how you
Yeah.
get
Or on
sweaty
the
balls.
yeah.
It's like, what if you meet somebody and they come and the crotch is wet?
Wait, what?
Especially
from
a
long
man,
walks in
right?
the park. So it's yes. I mean, I don't know. You was probably gonna go someplace
He probably just
constructive.
tuned you out right now.
He was probably gonna go someplace constructive, and I took it way left. This is my left hand, way left.
I
No, but like,
had
what
to
do
let
you
you
do?
ride with it.
Like, is there a thing? Because also too, like, I am aware that a lot of our friendships happen through couples. So you kind of need the couple dynamic. It's hard to break up a couple, meaning like,
That's
you
a
know,
whole nother
if
episode.
you
Oh
like,
my
if you
God.
like
Can't
the
we break up a
guy,
couple, though?
but I don't like, you know, I should say the husband, but I don't like.
Oh,
no, I shouldn't say I don't
yeah.
like the wife, but maybe, you know, I'm just
We have
not
one of
really
those.
feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think if folks want to know about that, they should tune into the episode titled "When One Spouse Doesn't Like the Other."
Yeah. That's a great episode. That's a great
Well, okay,
episode.
so
So
but
go
back
and
to
check
the
out
other
that
question.
episode.
What do you like? How
I
is
just
it for
I
you
just
guys?
need things that are in common. I need to have some things that are in common, not entirely and not all the time. I like learning new things about people, and that's interesting. But at the end of the day, we gotta have a few things in common, or
Yeah.
else
It- yeah,
it's
it
just
doesn't
not
fit.
going to happen. Like I'll give you the extreme things of what's not in common is, you know, if you're a Grateful Dead buff. Don't expect me to be able to hold a conversation about it. And we may get along on every other level, but if like that's your thing, but we're kind of connecting, I was like, it's not going
It's
to be
hard.
kind of long
Yeah, because music is
lasting,
such a big thing for you.
right? Yeah,
It was nice knowing you.
yeah. I mean, we're-
Is that your band?
My favorite Grateful Dead album.
is
Dead and Grateful? I don't know.
What about you, honey? I feel like you like everyone.
He does.
You want
though.
everyone to be like
yeah, but
True.
liking
no,
everyone
but like
and
even more.
No,
right?
I feel like I try to give off the same energy I want to receive,
Okay, I think you do that.
and I'm on this goal to, I don't know, just make people feel appreciated, I guess, or welcome or belonging. That sounds like a DE&I commercial, but yeah, I try to. My goal is to be a great friend, and I know that I'm not always the best friend you can have. I do want to be that person that when someone's thinking about their friend, saying, and they'll say, "Wow, Ramon is such a good friend." So I try to be that person. But to people I don't know, I mean, I don't know them, but I'm still gonna exude that same energy. Now I don't know if I want to keep them, and they might not want to keep me. I mean, I might talk too much about Biggie, and they're like, I know absolutely nothing about Biggie.
They like the
So-
Grateful Dead.
Is having a new friend still possible for you? Like, are you open to the possibility of a new friend?
I'm not.
Or
I'm not
you like
looking.
me and Lisa? Like,
I'm not
nah, we're
looking.
good.
I'm not looking. There's
I'm
no.
not looking. Yeah, I
but,
agree with you.
But if it happens, then it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not looking, and it has happened.
Yes, it
Yeah.
did.
So I think that the key to making new friends is to stop looking.
They're just gonna come to you.
well, it's a fair point because when you hone in on it way too much, I think it just gets over engineered, and then you start working through
And
all
then you
these
start
different.
thinking about like, oh my God, do they like me? Do they want to hang out with me?
I know.
Am I going to be a part of their friend group? Because those people have friend groups already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that becomes a whole nother thing.
But y'all know, I mean, look, I think we're very fortunate. We have friends, we have a friend group, but there are people that don't have that. Like I know people who
Right.
struggle or the friends they have, like they are just in a different place. Maybe they're outgrowing some of their friendships, which I've had to deal with in the past too, you know, and so they are actively looking for friends that they can connect with for where they are right now in life, right? And I think that is a tough thing. I don't think about that because that's not my situation.
It's a
but
tough thing because if you're not in a space where you're gonna meet people or meet people in a friendly setting,
Right.
then it's difficult. Like I mean, after 40, where are you going to make friends? Like I don't. We go to
app?
like social gatherings, right? There's an app for that, but we'll go to social gatherings and then you mix and mingle, and then it turns out that someone who's friends with somebody that you know turns out to be someone you's like, yo, I can F with this person.
Right.
Like I can see myself spending time with this person.
Right.
But outside of a mutual connection, how do you really make a friend, right? I find it very difficult. Like even the people that we met, we went to an actual social gathering.
I know. And I didn't expect that. I got to
Yeah.
tell you. So in my head, I was going to say hi, shake some hands,
Keep it moving.
get some names, forget the names. Like, I'm not kidding. I was not trying to retain any kind of,
Because you
know,
went
and
in
then-
there saying, I don't need any new friends.
Yep. And I'm funny about neighbors.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like my space. I was like, you know what? When I'll see them, I can say hey, and
Wave.
I was
Smile
good with
and
that.
wave.
You know, I didn't expect for any real friendships to come out of it. I mean, I'm happy that
Right.
happened because they're great. You know, but I had like I can't even say my expectations were low. I had none. Like, I'm totally fine.
Yeah.
But you know, you're right, and especially at our age, like I think we are social, but we're social together.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So like if we're hanging out together, I'm not looking to make
And it's easier if you're in
friend,
a
right?
group already, because you're already chilling in your comfort zone.
yeah.
And then if you see someone, you're still comfortable.
Right.
But for folks who don't have a friend group, and our friend group spans long periods of time, so we made friends when it was easy to make
right.
them.
When we were
Right.
younger.
And
There was
we
none of
kept
this social
them-
media and all that.
We kept them
Right.
past 40.
Right.
So when you don't have that and you don't have a friend group, a social group that can make you feel comfortable in those spaces where you are going to meet new people, it can be extremely challenging
Yeah.
to meet someone that you want to hang with, just
Yeah.
because it's scary to have any type of conversations or any type of vulnerability that leads you to a space where you're like, yeah, I think I like this person. Or you meet somebody and you're like, yeah, I really like this person. And after that, you meet again. You're like, what was I thinking the first time?
You mean you sober up?
Yeah.
I mean, and that's going to happen. That's kind of just the process of meeting people in general. And I think, like, for example, us going through this together, right? At some point, we'll need to be open to meeting, and we are. We say all of this because we're talking about kind of like where we live and close knit and kind of the things we've gone through. But even as this podcast progresses, right, we're going to have to be open to meeting new people. And the beauty of that is you don't know who's going to come through on the other side. So for the four of us sitting here interested in doing what we're doing now, a year from now when we're at conferences or we're at, retreats and all sorts of,
Tours.
exactly. Whatever it is, I think we have to be open because for us doing this, there's a community out there that is doing the same thing that we're doing now that could be probably some of our next closest friends over the next 20 years. And we just don't know that yet.
We
Right?
don't. But I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna take work to get in for me because
Absolutely.
most people start on that outer. They start out here. It's a big
Yeah,
ring,
yeah.
right? It's gonna take.
I'm
but
still
it's not
out
like
there.
that for everyone. Shut up, Richie.
Yeah.
It's not
like
that for
everybody.
everyone. I know. that's what
No,
I'm
I'm
saying.
out there on her circle.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have to create,
It's
we'll have to create
it's like
a-
somebody threw a
He's just trying
dart
to claw
blindfolded.
his way in.
we're going to have to
And
create
I'm
a-
on the wall. I'm not even on the target.
You know how at work at the end of the year they kind of like calibrate employees and put you in like a performance chart.
A little box. Little
We're gonna have
box.
to
I'm on
start
a
a
PIP.
friendship.
Oh my god.
You're not on a PIP though, but
That's awful.
But
You
we're gonna have
cannot
to do
that.
some friendship performance differentiation
I
come
can't.
year end.
No, talk about
That's
potential.
awful. Oh my god.
Potential versus
Everybody-
performance.
and
You know-
it's not like you're in school and you're looking at the list.
know
Where am
what?
I?
It's like your
Where am
results
I?
and
This
your
one
behaviors,
didn't have
Oh,
a
we're
great
gonna put
year,
everybody
but
in
they
a
have
9 box.
ton of
Yeah.
potential.
Put everybody in 9 box.
We're gonna put everybody in a 9 box.
So right now,
That's
Richie earlier said he's got a newer friend that has reached out and is doing all the things. I see them like
Tons
starting
of
to
potential.
be placed really well
He's
in the
high
9 chart.
performance and high potential.
Yes.
High performing,
Oh,
high
look at that.
potential,
too.
right?
How's the spouse?
If he's on the trend,
We like the spouse.
We like the spouse.
But is she, they, them on the same?
well, are you combining them as a unit, or are you talking about them
exactly. So
individually?
you gotta combine it, so
it's
that brings
different
it down,
energy.
right?
It's different energy. Like the husband is very active.
Yes.
The wife isn't as active with me in terms of like reaching out and stuff like
Right.
that. But when we're together, it's great.
Okay, but when
Right.
are you gonna combine the two and make it just like one score?
Oh, for the 9 box.
yeah. Or are you gonna separate?
I think you
them?
got to separate them. But you know
That's
what?
a-
That's
that's a-
tough
that's
because you
another
can't
episode.
really. Right.
That's another episode.
The 9 box.
That's a great topic. I'm not mad at that one.
Topic for another night.
Yeah.
Speaking of another night, we got to get ready to wrap this one up. I think we did good job of beating up this topic. Had a lot of fun with it. Any final words before we head out for the night? And you make us another cocktail, another round of
Cheers.
cocktails.
My final
Cheers.
words. Cheers.
Be
Cheers.
yourself.
Glasses
Stay
empty.
genuine.
Oh, that's bad luck.
Be authentic.
Yes.
But yeah.
And if you're looking
be-
for new friends, get yourself out there and
right.
I mean, we might
be
like
afraid.
you. I don't know.
Right. No, but to your point in the last words, if you're looking for new friends, be authentic, be genuine, be vulnerable to a certain level.
bit.
You don't know who you're meeting. I don't know. They might start
crazy.
stalking, but
Crazy out here.
I'm taking this last thing way too far. So cheers.
Well, you can be our friend by going to our YouTube channel at Friends After 40 Pod and check us out. Cheers, guys.